Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video here. So we have some breaking news that I want to get into here, and that is regarding Hilarie Burton, who obviously played Lucille on The Walking Dead. According to this one article here, and I'll leave a link down below to the article so you can read all about it and whatnot, she will be returning to play Lucille in episode 23 of season 11, so that's the second last episode. So anyways, before we go any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get more Walking Dead content like this. I do have another video that I want to do actually regarding the Daryl spinoff. We actually got some more details regarding that. That spinoff sounds very, very entertaining, very, very interesting. There's a few things that Norman Reedus said that well, yeah, we'll talk about that in my next video. So my plan was to take a break until July 1st, but I kind of knew that if something did drop, I would have to do a video on it. And of course, this had to drop, and there's actually two things that came out. And I guess I'm not really that surprised. Like, I think it's like 3.5 weeks now until we see the Walking Dead final season trailer, right? Or the part 3 trailer. So it makes sense that we're going to get a lot more details here coming out regarding the final season, the spinoffs and all of that. You know, like the promoting for the final season is definitely going to be starting right away. And, you know, this week might be, maybe nothing comes out for the rest of the week, but the next week there's going to be a lot more stuff that comes out. Like, really, just kind of at this point now, they can drop stuff really any day. But yeah, I'll do this in my next video, but my plan is still to take time off until the 1st. So on the 1st, I'll resume daily videos and whatnot. But like I said, according to this article here, Hilarie Burton is set to return as Lucille in episode 23 of season 11. This article here, or at least the website here, is called The Natural Aristocrat, and I don't know anything about the website, so I can't say whether or not, you know, it's very, very credible, this and that, but I mean, it looks credible. If you're just looking at the website, like, it looks like they know what they're talking about. So yeah, like I said, I'll leave a link down below if you want to check out the article, but this news is pretty big, you know, to have her come back here for episode 23. It's shocking, you know, just because obviously we got her in that bonus episode, and obviously people really love that episode, right? Here's Negan. That was probably one of the better episodes of the entire series. You know, just that backstory, just everything there. Jeffrey Dean Morgan put on such a great performance, as well as Hilarie Burton. So it's great to have her back. Honestly, it's really great to have her back. And I'm just wondering how she's going to come back. And obviously she's not gonna like come back to life, right? It's not gonna be like that. It's most likely going to be either a flashback scene or it's going to be a hallucination. Personally, I do think it's going to be a hallucination, just because it makes sense. Like, you're not going to want to do a flashback scene when you already did that kind of with Here's Negan, right? That episode really showcased a lot. And I think if you were to show us anything in terms of a flashback, you would probably just show footage from that episode. There's always other things you could do, I guess, but it doesn't really make too much sense to do that. I think a hallucination probably, you know, makes a lot more sense. I think Negan, he'll be in a situation where he needs the strength to do something, he needs help or whatever, he's feeling whatever, and then she shows up, right? Like, this also, I think, does say that his wife and child may die, right? That's something that right away I was like, oh shit, that's kind of scary. Like, Negan's wife could actually die. Like, everyone's been saying that basically since her introduction, because it was just so like, oh, who's this character? She's kind of cool. Then all of a sudden, she's Negan's wife and she's pregnant with his child. And then so everybody's just like, oh, okay, so she's probably gonna die. Just because they're also doing Isle of the Dead, right? So you're gonna have those two characters like Maggie and Negan in that spinoff. So it's like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, she's probably not going to survive, but you know, like, I would like her to survive. I think it would be smart to do something like that. I think it would just be kind of sad to kill a character off that fast, especially an important character. Like, she's literally his wife. So I think, I don't know, I combined that with like the news that Lucille's going to be returning to the show, or Hilarie Burton's returning as Lucille on The Walking Dead. Like, the writing's on the wall, I think, right? Like, I think he's going to lose his wife and child, and then he's going to be really destroyed, sad, or whatever about it. And then maybe he'll see Lucille and she'll give him strength, kind of thing, right? That's the only thing I could really see. Other than that, I don't know what. Like, to be honest, I don't really know how she could return. Unless, of course, they do something different, but I don't see Negan necessarily going down this path, you know, and that is, maybe he's feeling guilty about being married to somebody else, but I don't think they're going to go down that, right? And then so maybe he's seeing her and she's sort of like haunting him, and he's having a really hard time, I guess, just getting over her, right? So maybe that affects his relationship with her. So maybe in the end they break up or something. They could always go down a route like that. but I don't see that necessarily being the case. You know, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I remember, said something about a month ago, a few weeks ago or whatever, on Instagram, you know, something about Wicked will be making a return or something like that. So I do wonder if, you know, the original reason why Negan became Negan, like the character in season 6, right, the finale there, or I guess the season 7 premiere, was really because of Lucille. And obviously she's not responsible for like turning him into who he became, because like he resorted, you know, to all of that because of her death. He needed a way to cope with it, right? That was his way of surviving. But Lucille, I think, wanted him to fight back, right? Like, if you remember, he couldn't even kill that walker, but she was just like basically kind of getting mad at him for like, you know, you're too weak with this. Like, you have to be able to do things like that. And maybe that's something that happens here. Maybe we get this different Negan, right? Maybe he becomes the person he was before, but maybe he's a little different. Maybe he's not going to kill people like that. Or maybe he does. Maybe he literally goes back to that. I don't know. Like, honestly, they can really go wherever with this. But I do think overall, this might mean that his wife is likely going to die now, just because why else would she return, right? Like, why else would Hillary Burton return to play Lucille? Like, I think he's going to be in a very stressful situation, and then she pops back up in like a hallucination scene or something, giving him strength to do this or that, and then he's able to achieve something. Maybe he saves her life. Maybe she doesn't necessarily die. Maybe she's in a situation where she's about to die, right? And so he saves her. I think that's also possible, but the spinoff really just, for me personally, it changes everything, because like, she's not going to be there. I mean, they haven't announced that, right? Like, she could be on that show as well, but I'm just kind of assuming that she's going to die. It's going to cause Negan to be more aggressive, this and that. We're going to see Lucille come back, you know, for a hallucination scene to give him more strength. And this way we get that wicked Negan, right? He becomes the Wicked again, kind of thing. And then, yeah, then obviously in the spinoff, he'll be a lot more aggressive, this and that. And then maybe, yeah, who knows what's going to happen between him and Maggie? Maybe they're not necessarily getting along, right? Like, that's also very possible. So yeah, anyways, this is some pretty crazy news. Again, I'll leave the link down below if you want to read the whole article there. They go into a bunch of stuff there, but we got some casting news, right, for the last part here. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited for this. So definitely post your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this. And again, I'm going to return to doing videos and whatnot like on the 1st of July. I'm going to start right then. I'm going to go like crazy for the rest of the month, and then just the month after, really until December. Then I think I'll take some time off again around Christmas time. But there hasn't been a lot to talk about over the last month, or even 2 months, I would say. So that's why I haven't really been uploading a lot. And I just kind of decided last weekend that I was going to take a break until the 1st, unless some news came out, which obviously we did get some news here. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.